Welcome back to Rants. And when I was a kid, robots weren't a threat to humanity. Olympics! You know, piss weirdos off who are slow. Guys! Did you hear? Western civilization has fallen. The democratic values that we have known for our whole lives are on their last limbs. This is it, folks. We're at the final stretch for humanity. We're never going to recover from this. At least, that's what folks are saying online. What is the cause of all this? Well, it's none other than this year's Summer Olympics in Paris. Didn't know they were going on? Yeah, me neither. But apparently, we're supposed to care because our civilization is being destroyed as we know it before our very eyes. So, shoot! Might as well take a look and see what's causing all the outrage.
Ça ira. Les aristocrates, on les pendra!
What is this, and how can I make the rest of my life about it?
So, where are the complaints coming from? This is awesome! Freaking Gojira performing, beheadings, and drag queens? Oh, hell yeah, sign me up for this. I wish American sporting events had heavy metal and drag queens. I don't even care for the Olympics and now I'm all in on them. I'm watching them every year from now on. Thanks, France! But, of course, there's always that one group of people who are always trying to ruin everything cool and whine about how they're the most persecuted victims on Earth because heavy metal music makes God cry or something. And I ain't one to pass up opportunities to make fun of these terminally online boomers. Step aside, Karens. The manager is here. So apparently, right-wing Christians who felt disrespected by the ceremony because of the drag queens. Okay, that's not the only reason, but you can pretty much tell it's because of the drag queens. Okay, the real reason they were offended is because apparently these drag queens were mocking the Last Supper by standing by a fashion runway. Look, I'm trying my best to understand this from their point of view so I can give them some sympathy, but if this is the best they got, they're gonna have to squeeze it out of someone else. First of all, I'm Catholic, and this doesn't offend me. There's nothing in the Bible that says people can't make references to biblical stories. It's been done in everything from books to art to film, and now sporting ceremonies. Where's the harm in it? Where's the disrespect? Also, if you were to ponder this for 1 minute instead of thinking with your emotional dick, you would realize it's more of a tribute to the dinner of Dionysus, the Greek god of wine and parties. Yeah, Greek. As in Greece. As in the country that started the Olympics. Mount Olympus? Hello? Come on, this is grade school history here. Don't anybody watch Ray Harryhausen movies anymore? In case you're wondering why it's so similar to the Last Supper, well, lots of religions borrowed from pagan traditions and holidays, and Christianity is no exception. Not a disrespect, just how beliefs came to be. But I must point out it's pretty ironic the Rytoids are having strokes over drag queens posing like it's the Last Supper when they don't seem to mind when they use religious imagery for their own messaging. Honestly, this crap offends me more than any drag show ever could. But, of course, these people always win the gold in the victim Olympics because they stand for nothing other than generating fake outrage in order to distract from the oligarchical billionaires who are screwing regular people over daily. Going back on the Gojira performance, I love how people were offended by an animatronic being beheaded. Might want to stay home when Beetlejuice 2 comes out. I think Tim Burton's a little too gory for y'all. But again, if people would just do basic research nowadays instead of tweeting out their diary entries, they would see that the animatronic was based off of Marie Antoinette, the French queen during the 18th century who was beheaded after the French Revolution. The first French Revolution. You know, the very revolution that was inspired by the Americans rejecting British rule. Why would people on the right be offended by this? If anything, it demonstrates revolutionary values to a wide audience. Yeah, down with the rich and the monarchy. Freedom for all. Oh, wait. So that's why someone like Elon wouldn't like messages like that going around. Well, he probably should have thought of that before he literally dressed like the Antichrist. Where was the religious prosecution police on this one? But for real, this whole discourse over the opening ceremony is getting so polluted that I couldn't even find footage of the drag queens people are whining about. I can only find videos of people complaining about it and saying how evil it is and all that crap. Cancel culture much? But if that didn't give them enough to complain about, they also complained about athletes who are in the Olympics. Let's see. As if the satanic display at the opening ceremony wasn't enough, the Olympics glorifies men punching women in the face with the intent of knocking them unconscious. Imain Khalif is one of 2 male boxers fighting women at the Olympics. A woman is going to die. Riley, would you shut up? Seriously. Your claim to fame is that you tied in 5th place with a trans swimmer and you became a professional sore loser over it. Now you're paid by Ron DeSantis to be a transphobe because you're not good at anything else in your life. Like, how the hell do you know that the 4 swimmers that kicked your ass in that race weren't on steroids? But no, it was the trans swimmer who tied with you that you take issue with. Hope all the right-wing PR is worth it when they shove you back in the kitchen and touch your privates without consent. Hey bitch, if that's the side you want to die on, be my guest. Me, I mean Khalif, a boxer who was banned from the Women's World Box Championships in 2023 because he is a man. However, Khalif is being allowed to compete in women's Olympic boxing in Paris. Just another reason to boycott the Olympics. This lady has taken a break from her day job of causing bomb threats at children's hospitals and school libraries to weigh in on female boxing. You know what the funny thing about all this is? The boxer both these dingbacks are talking about is a cis woman. Yeah, she is not trans at all. She just has a higher testosterone level compared to the average woman. Human biology is fascinating, ain't it? So much for the "we can always tell" crowd. You're so transphobic while claiming to be for women that you're eating your own kind. By the way, Chaya, mind telling us where you were on January 6, 2021? Now, let's turn to the Brit who tried to become Korean to weigh in. How far the West has fallen. If this is all it takes to destroy Western civilization, then I don't think we ever stood a chance in the first place. 2014 Russia Olympics versus 2024 French Olympics. Russia invaded Ukraine in 2014, you asshole. Olympics. 1992 Barcelona versus 2024 Paris. What do you think? I think y'all need to get a life. Now, if it was just social media parasites complaining about this ceremony, I wouldn't give them the time of day and make them feel like they're more relevant than they actually are. But it's especially annoying when elected officials who should be working for the American people would rather sit on their balls and complain over this nothing burger. Here is the Speaker of the House, the third in line for the presidency, trying to shame the White House into denouncing the Olympics as if that's a very pressing matter we should be worried about. Mike, my guy, why don't you watch porn with your son and shut the hell up? Just shut up. And of course, can't do a video about manufactured outrage without Fox News.
If you're a French citizen, you must be even more offended if you're a French Christian.
Well, I've talked to a lot of parents who have some very sad kids because they wanted to watch the opening ceremony, and you deprived them of that, France, so well done.
Oh, boo freaking who! That sounds more like a parent problem than France's problem. If you're such a strict parent that you can't let your kids watch PG-level violence and a dancing performance with some of the most gentle wardrobes I've ever seen, then y'all need to chill the hell out. So that's about all I wanted to say. Might seem like a weird thing for me to discuss, but I saw so much dumbassery related to it that I had to chime in for my own sanity. While the Olympics really isn't my thing, I do appreciate it for the history, the celebration, and seeing athletes from all over the world compete both for our entertainment as well as take home some gold for their respective countries. But since it's not much of a big deal to me, I don't let myself get competitive. How do we lose at shooting to China? Get your shit together, America! But anyone who's into the Olympics, I hope it's a great show for y'all and you're enjoying yourselves. And I hope the stink of these outrage actors doesn't get to you. This is just the current thing they're gonna act mad about before they move on to complaining about lesbian candy mascots or whatever stupid thing. Until next time, I'm Ben, and I'm gonna go binge listen to all of Gojira's discography.